The form was already filled out when I arrived. That should have stopped me. Name, address, emergency contact, all correct. Even the handwriting matched mine. The only thing missing was the signature at the bottom. The receptionist didn't look up. Have a seat. They'll call you shortly. I told her I didn't have an appointment. She tapped her keyboard, bored. You're here for intake, she said. Everyone says that. The waiting room was small. No windows, no clock. 3 other people sat quietly, hands folded, staring forward. None of them looked injured or sick, but all of them looked finished, like they'd already accepted something I hadn't been told yet. A man across from me whispered, "Don't argue." I asked him what this place was. He shook his head, eyes wide. That's how they mark you difficult. My name was called. The woman who led me back wore scrubs but no badge. The hallway smelled like disinfectant and something metallic underneath. She opened a door labeled Interview 3. Inside was a table, 2 chairs, and a recorder already running. You can sit, she said. This won't take long. I asked her what this was for. She smiled politely. Continuity. She asked routine questions. Full name, date of birth, any history of mental illness. Then, do you remember consenting? I said no. She nodded and checked a box anyway. Most people don't, she said. Memory isn't required. I noticed the recorder's red light blinking. I asked if this was being recorded. She glanced at it. For training purposes. I leaned forward. Training who? She paused, just long enough. The next version, she said. I stood up. The door didn't open when I tried it. She didn't move. Instead, she said calmly, "Please don't damage the property. It makes documentation harder." I demanded to leave. She sighed like a tired teacher. You already did, she said. She slid a folder across the table. Inside were transcripts, dozens of them. Same room, same questions, different dates, all signed with my name. In the earliest one, my answers were panicked. In later ones, shorter. Near the end, just yes or no. The last transcript ended mid-sentence. My voice came from the recorder. Not live, recorded. I understand, it said quietly. I won't resist again. I backed away from the table. She finally looked at me with something close to pity. We don't keep originals, she said. They deteriorate. You're a replacement. That's kinder. I don't remember how long I was in that room. At some point, she opened the door and guided me back to the waiting area. The 3 people were gone. 4 new ones sat there. One of them looked up. It was me, bruised, eyes dull, hands shaking. He wouldn't meet my gaze. The receptionist slid the clipboard toward me again. Signature, please. I stared at the line. My hand was already moving.